Hello, my dear student. I am Razamani Ali. I hope all you are fine. So today on 24th of April, I am going to start your class 6 computer first lesson. Know your computer. So in this lesson, we will learn that early calculating devices, evolution of computers, classification of computers, functional components of a computer, categorization of software. So today I am going to discuss on some topics of this lesson. So my dear student, we people know that what is computer. Computer is an electronic device. Computer work fast and also be save our energy and time. Computer is an electronic device that accepts data from the user, process it and gives the desired output. So this one process called that IPO cycle, means that input processing output cycle. Okay. So computer is a machine capable of performing calculation with the help of a mechanical computing device. Okay. So now I am going to discuss that early calculating devices. So before invent the calculators, before invent the computer, so that time people what type of things they invented. Okay. So a few calculating devices used prior to the development of computers are discussed here. So first is called an abacus. Abacus, the first calculating machine, was developed in China. It was used to count numbers and perform simple calculation such as addition and subtraction. So we people know that what is abacus, or where invented abacus. Okay. So next early calculating devices is Napier's bone. So what is Napier's bone? Napier's bone was developed by Sir John Napier. The device was used to perform calculation involving addition, subtraction and multiplication and division. It was named so because the numbers were carved on bones or strips of words. Napier's bone. Because of Napier's, Sir John Napier invented this one system called that Napier's bone system. Okay. So next early calculating devices is Pascaline. So what is Pascaline? One of the first mechanical calculators, was invented by Blaise Pascal in the year 1642, though it could perform only addition and subtraction. So Pascaline only used for addition and subtraction. Okay. So next early calculating device is difference engine. So what is difference engine? Difference engine was designed by Charles Babbage in the year 1822. Difference engine is an early digital device which could perform mathematical and astronomical calculation. Okay. Next, analytical engine. Analytical engine was designed by Charles Babbage in the year 1837. It was the first mechanical general purpose computer which followed typical IPO cycle used in modern day computers. So we used IPO cycle now also in computer. So analytical engine using for calculation in early time. So that time analytical engine things also be used IPO cycle, that input processing and output cycle. Okay. So early calculating device complete. Now I am going to discuss the evolution of computers. So the development of computers has been classified into generation. So generation was computers was classified. So first computer is called that first generation computers, 1940 to 1956. So this time first generation computer called vacuum tube. So in the evolution of computer, the first generation was characterized by the use of vacuum tubes. The first generation computers were built to solve physics equation using electronic vacuum tubes as switching components. Okay. So vacuum tubes used machine language. So in vacuum tubes, that time scientists use machine language. A machine language is a low-level performing language and is written using long strings of 0 to 1 for computing. Okay, the first generation computers were expensive and bulky. The vacuum tubes did not support multitasking, so this one also be the weakness of vacuum tubes. Then second generation computer, after finish the first generation computer, then first generation computers problem that vacuum tubes problem is that in vacuum tubes we cannot task multitasking. Okay, so next generation computer is second generation computer, 1956 to 1963. So this one computer called the transistor. So in the 1960s, transistor based computer replaced vacuum tubes, which marked the second generation computer. So transistor also be the upgraded with the compare with vacuum tubes. Transistor made computers smaller and cheaper. They also made computers energy efficient, but the transistors were subject to damage because of the emission of large amounts of heat from the computer. So this one also be the one weakness of transistor. So transistor used assembly language, which is a low level performing language. Okay, so after finish the second generation, then the scientists also be found some weakness of second generation computer. Then they can invent another computer, that third generation computer. So what is third generation computer? So third generation computer, we know that integrated circuit. So integrated circuit based computers mark the third generation of computers. Small transistors were placed on silicon chips called semiconductors, which increase the speed and efficiency of computers. The third generation computers were based on high level language. A high level language uses the English alphabet and mathematical symbols. It was easy to use and understand. For example, that time in integrated circuit, that time this one computer uses basic, COBOL and C++, Java, another high language in their computer, that integrated circuit, third generation computer. Okay, so after scientists also be found on some weakness of integrated computer circuit, then they also want to invent another computer. So next generation computer is called that fourth generation computer, and this one name also be microprocessor, 1971 to 2010. So introduction of microprocessors was the hallmark of fourth generation computer. They facilitated automation of industrial and office process. Okay, then after from 1971 to 2010, then after fourth generation computer, scientists also be found some weakness of microprocessor. Then scientists also be invented another computer. So fifth generation computer, and now we people also be used fifth generation computer. So fifth generation computer is called that artificial intelligence. Okay, so if our generation computer also be found any weakness, then scientists also will be invented another computers in future. Okay, so what is fifth generation computer? The development of fifth generation computers is underway. They are based on the principle of artificial intelligence and natural language recognition. This technique will be used to design robots. Okay, so this technique, so now people what type of computer now we use? This one type of technique now scientists used in robots. Okay, so now you people know that the evolution of computers and early calculating device. So in next class we'll be discuss another topics of this lesson. Okay, so now bye. In next class we'll be discuss another topics. So after watching the videos, subscribe our school channel, like my videos, and press the bell icon for upcoming videos notification. Thank you.